Hello everyone, welcome to Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner. This is our final day of Sale-a-Bration Celebration. So this has been a series that I have done for all of Sale-a-Bration, and I have featured one, sometimes two Sale-a-Bration products in my Facebook Lives, but you guys, Sale-a-Bration ends tomorrow. I have so much stuff to tell you guys. Sale-a-Bration ends tomorrow. These products, your last chance to get them are today and tomorrow. Once tomorrow ends, these products will no longer be available. So if you have waited to get these products, you need to get them now. This is your last chance, last call for these products. They are fantastic. So if you want to head to my YouTube channel, all of my videos that I have done over this whole series are posted in my YouTube channel. Everything's on my blog as well, so you can always check out my blog. This is your final call, last call to get our celebration items. Today we are going to use the Island Vibe stamp set, and I have used every single celebration item. The only celebration item that I have not featured is the Calming Camellia stamp set, and this is a host stamp set. This is only available for hosts with parties of over $300 for people who submit orders of over $300. So you can still earn this one. It is one of those more pricier options, but that's the only one I have not featured. Otherwise, I featured everything else. If you guys ever want to see anything, they are all on my blog or my YouTube channel. But today we're going to do Island Vibes. But before we get to that, I have so much stuff in front of me that I need to tell you guys. All right. March's April Pumpkin is going to be Beyond the Horizon. I was trying to figure out what month we were in. If you missed February's unboxing, I did do February's unboxing Wednesday night. It's on my YouTube channel and you can check that out. But the Beyond the Horizon, this actually coordinates with one of the suites in our mini catalog. And March's kit is going to have two stamp sets. You're going to get the stamp set that coordinates with this kit, and then you're going to get a free stamp set just as a gift. So make sure you check out March's Paper Pumpkin. If you want this, the last date to subscribe is going to be March 10th. You got to subscribe on March 10th to get March's Paper Pumpkin. Now, Paper Pumpkin in March will undergo a small price increase. It is still an incredible value. If you're paying month to month, you're going to see a little bit of a price increase. Again, still an incredible value. If you want to get the prepaid subscription, again, you have only until tomorrow to take advantage of this. The prepaid subscription prices, these are the prices currently: $63 for 3 month, $114 for 6 month, and $220 for 12 months. You can see those prices are going to go up a little bit starting on March 1st, starting Tuesday. So if you want those, if you want to save a little bit of money, get that prepaid subscription. And all three of these prepaid subscriptions, you are going to get a celebration item. Well, more than one. These two, you're going to get a couple. So make sure that you check that out if you want to save a little bit of money on your Paper Pumpkin. If you get it every month anyway, the prepaid subscriptions are really a great way to go. All right, Waves of the Ocean promotion. This starts on Tuesday as well. This starts on March 1st. This bundle will actually be carried over into the annual catalogs. This is kind of a sneak peek bundle, so this bundle will carry over, but the rest of the coordinating products will not. The DSP, the blue foil paper, and then those Rhinestone Waves jewels, which are gorgeous. The jewels we're using, again, today we used them on Wednesday in my Facebook Live. We're going to use them again. But if you've been waiting for these start March 1st, so you can get those on March 1st. Also happening March 1st, Stampin Up announced this week, which, I mean, I love a good sale, and I'm so excited about the sale. Stampin Up announced this one. The mini cut and emboss machine, not the big one, the mini one, they are discounting 20% in March. So this is going to be a huge, huge sale. We didn't know about this until middle of last week, so I am so excited about this one. Plus, not only is the mini one discounted 20%, but they have a whole selection of bundles that are going to be discounted 20% as well. Normally bundles are only discounted 10%, but they are discounting them 20%. Only these bundles, not every bundle, just the selected bundles. And there's a couple that have been previously unbundled. So they have, bundles are only available when it's their first run through a catalog. So if a stamp set and dies carry over into another catalog, they'll become unbundled. And then, for this sale, there are a few that are being rebundled at that 20% savings. So huge savings. I am so excited about this sale. I got to go through my list of dies on my wish list and see if any of these are on there, but I am so excited about these, especially that mini catalog, or the mini machine, being 20% off. It's going to be Fantastic. So this is coming Tuesday, March 1st. You can shop my online store for these on Tuesday. All right, guys, a couple more things. Now, every year Stampin' Up! Retires. Let me move this out of the way. We'll get to this in a second. Every year Stampin' Up! Retires colors. There are end colors. We only get them for 2 years. This year, these are the 5 that are leaving. We have Misty, Moonlight, Cinnamon Slider, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, and Just Jade. The retired list will be out March 23rd, I think is what they said. So middle to late March is when we're going to get the retired list. As soon as the retired list hits, the products in these colors will sell out. It happens every year. So if these are some of your favorite colors, do not wait until that retired list comes to start stocking up on these. This is the time now to stock up on cardstock, on ink, on refills, ribbons, paper, all of that stuff. You need to stock up on these now. If you wait until that retired list hits, it's going to be too late. I know that some of the re-inkers for these colors, I think Bumblebee for sure, maybe these two as well. I know that the re-inkers are not available right now. They do have more coming in. They're supposed to be in mid-March. But as soon as they come in, I have a feeling they're going to be gone just as fast as when they came in. So keep an eye on that online store. If these are colors that you use frequently, if these are colors you use a lot, if you don't want to see them go, you need to stock up on those colors now. You need to stock up on all of those products. You do not want to wait. All right. Final thing before we get to our project, I have a new card crate for March. This features the Inspired Thoughts bundle. This is actually in the annual catalog, not the mini catalog, but I have been wanting to do a class with this bundle for, I don't know, like 5 months. So I finally decided this was the time. We're going to do it. I'm finally going to do it. But this is such a fun bundle. So you're going to make in the card crate, it's $35. It's a class to go. It's going to come in your mailbox. You're going to get a PDF with a video. You're going to get, the PDF has measurements and picture instructions, all of that. Plus, you're going to get $20 in product. It's going to come shipped to you, and you're going to get to make these 4 cards. You will need the bundle. You can add on the bundle if you need the bundle in addition to that $35 class fee. You absolutely will need the bundle, though. You'll need the greetings, and you will absolutely need the dies. I'm not die cutting any of the items that are die cut with these dies. I will make sure that you have the cardstock included in your card crate, but you absolutely will need the dies. All right, and if you need more information on Card Crate, that is listed in my video description. Gotta find a place to put all this stuff. So Card Crate is listed in the video description. You can head to my blog, get all the details on that. Last day to RSVP for March's Card Crate is going to be March 12th, I believe. Okay, this is the card we're making, and before we get to that though, final days to shop. This is my February host code, so this is only good through tomorrow night. And March 1st, I will be posting a brand new host code. We'll have a brand new host code on March 1st. All right, guys, this is the card we're making today. I am showing you some fun tips for stamping multicolors on one stamp. We're going to use the Stamparatus for that, and we're going to use some blending brushes. This is actually a pretty simple card. It does not have a lot of supplies, and it's super fun. It's super easy to make. Once you see what we're going to do with it, it's super easy to make. Okay, so let's actually start with all of our ink blending. So I'm going to pull out some cardstock. So this piece of cardstock is actually a white piece of cardstock. This is 5 1/4 by 4. And then you're going to need 3 pieces that are each 1 1/4. I think they're 1 1/4. 1 1/4 by 3. So you're going to need 3 of these. And we're going to ink blend on all of those. So let's start with all of our ink blending. So I'm going to grab a piece of scratch paper. And I'm going to grab my Coastal Cabana ink. And I'm going to add a blending brush. And we're just going to do some ink blending on here. Now, I don't want it to be super dark. We are going to do some stamping over it, especially the pineapple. So I just want a light little coverage on it. I don't want it too dark. So I'm going to actually start on the bottom because I do want the bottom to be a little bit darker. I'm going in circular motions with a light hand. Get more ink when you need it. Always start off on your scratch paper. And just keep kind of working up. I'm going to start on the bottom and slowly just kind of work my way to the top of that cardstock. The thing you want to remember with ink blending, and I say this all the time, every time I do ink blending, is that you want to use a light hand because you can always add more color, but you cannot take that color away once it's on your cardstock. It's on your cardstock and you cannot take it away. So we're just going to keep going along. This does take a few minutes. This isn't a card that I would maybe mass produce for 100 people, but once you kind of get in the routine of using your blending brushes, it's pretty easy. And once your blending brushes get nice and saturated, they actually blend much better. That's why I have a few blending brushes. I do not have one for every color. The one I'm using for this one, I use for all of my kind of like blue greens. So I would use it for Pool Party. I'd use it for Bermuda Bay. I'm using it for Coastal Cabana, for that kind of thing. And I have, let me show you. I have all of my blending brushes on my desk, and I store them in a makeup holder. So they stand up just like this. And then I have colors. I have one for all my pinks, one for all my reds, orange, yellow, green, just like that. And they never get washed. They just continue to have that ink build up on them. And the more that you build up that ink, the smoother color will go on, and it'll go on easier. You'll see a difference from a brand new brush to one that's already nice and kind of saturated and seasoned. All right, just a little more color up here. And if you are switching from color to color, if I was going from like Bermuda Bay to Pool Party, I would just run my brush on a piece of scrap paper until most of that color was off, and then you can move it onto a darker color or a lighter color, whichever way you're going. All right, so that is basically our basic white. So just lots of kind of darker color down here, blends out to the top. And we're going to do the same thing with our smaller pieces here, with our 3 smaller pieces, but I'm just going to give them a light brushing of color. I'm not going to do a whole lot. I just really want that super light brush of color. And if there's some white spots, that's okay. We're not looking for perfection here. We're just looking for just a little coverage and color here. All right, we are moving on. So I'm actually going live a little earlier today. Normally I go live at 10 a.m. on Sundays, but I'm going live a little earlier today. We've had a week at our house. It's been so busy, and this weekend is no exception. We are in full business mode this week. My daughter is actually at school right now. She's volunteering with the Animal Humane Association in Albuquerque. They are doing a pet fair at her school, and she is there volunteering, playing with all the dogs. I'm sure she's having a great time. It is just one of those weekends where we just have everything going on and just not enough time to do it in. So we had to go live just a little bit earlier today. All right, so I'm bringing all those pieces. And so these are our 3 pieces that we're going to stamp on, and then this is our background. So you can see we're just giving them a little bit of extra color. It really adds so much to the card. It gives it that nice island vibe. Okay, let's do some stamping on this one. I shouldn't have closed my Coastal Cabana. We're going to stamp with our Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to pull out this stamp. This is from the Island Vibes. We're using this one. Now, this one doesn't have any greetings, so I'm actually pulling in greetings from... Where did I put it? Where did it go? I honestly have no idea where I put it. I'm actually pulling in greetings from the Inspired Thought stamp set that we're using for Card Crate in March. And I have no idea where I put it. I don't see it anywhere. It couldn't have gone far. I just had it 10 seconds ago. All right, we're going to stamp this along the bottom. Just like that. So cute. And we're going to do it again on this side, just like that. It's such a beautiful stamp. It is one of our distinctive stamps. So you're going to get light and dark shades with minimal work. And this is another piece. It's the same size, 5 1/4 by 4, and we're going to stamp the inside. And 2 of the things that I am the worst at when I make cards is the inside of my cards and my envelopes. So if you wanted to do this on your envelope as well, that would look fantastic. I always forget the inside of my cards, and I always forget my envelopes. So this would be a good time to do that too. All right, we're going to set both of those aside, and we're going to start stamping on our smaller pieces here. So let me move that out of the way. I'm so distracted because I lost that stamp set and bundle. I honestly have no idea where it went. Oh, bother. All right, so I already have my pineapple mounted on my Stamparatus. This is the easiest way to get multiple colors stamped on one on one image, or on one cardstock. So I already have my pineapple mounted here, and I made sure to line up my cardstock. I need to move some stuff out of the way. I made sure to line up my cardstock down in this corner here. I've made a little mark. Now we're not going to be able to use our magnets because the pineapple is going to take up most of the space here. So I'm just going to add just a tiny bit of adhesive right there. And I'm going to line this up, just make sure that it's flush against this line here, flush against that line. That is where my pineapple is positioned to stamp. Okay, and now I want to make sure that I'm all the way on camera. I'm going to pull in my stamps up, put this under here, make it nice and level. And we're going to stamp. I'm going to pull in my card so I know what color I'm stamping. So this one I want the top to be Melon Mambo. So I'm going to get my Melon Mambo, and I'm going to grab a Post-it. Post-it's going to be your friend here. And I'm just going to put that Post-it onto my stamp, covering that bottom half of that pineapple. And we're going to ink up the top part of our pineapple. And the most important part of this, remove your Post-it note. The ink on the Post-it note is still wet, and if you were to close that onto your paper, you are going to get a big pink smudge on your paper. Okay, so there we go. We've only stamped the top part of that pineapple. You will need your Simply Chamois or whatever stamp cleaner you're using. I'm going to need to clean that off really well. And we're going to have to do this for all 3 of our pineapples. So this might take a few minutes. Make sure that's nice and dry. And I want to get another Post-it note. And I could use the pink one again, but if this ink is still wet, I don't want that to transfer to my next color. All right, which is going to be Granny Apple Green. We'll just have one Post-it note for each color. And this one, we're only going to ink the bottom this time. Okay, so move that Post-it note and stamp the bottom of that pineapple, just like that. And voila, you can pull that off gently from that adhesive. You can see how perfectly that pineapple stamped in 2 colors. Isn't that cute? So many different options for this. All right, let's grab another one of our papers. We still have that adhesive on there, so I'm just going to line this up. And the good thing about using your Stamparatus for this is that all the pineapples will be stamped exactly in the same spot on the paper, so they're all going to look completely identical. All right, that's nice and cleaned off. So let's go to our next one, which will be Granny Apple Green. I still have that ink out, so we're going to do the top of the next one in Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to pull out my Granny Apple Green Post-it note, cover the bottom of my pineapple there, and ink up the top, or the crown. That pineapple, that's called a crown, right? I love crafting pineapples. I love the pineapple stamp. I am not a fan of the way pineapple tastes, though. I do not like pineapple. I know, it's blasphemy. I know, people are all, you don't like pineapple? Oh. But I don't know, it's not for me. I don't know, I think it's a texture thing. I don't like the texture of pineapple. So, I don't know. It's my personal preference. All right, so we're going to clean that off, make sure that is dry. My chamois is really wet. So, we're going to get one more Post-it note because the bottom of this one is going to be a Mango Melody. So we're going to mask off the top, and we're going to go through so you can see how quick this goes together. Now, if you were making multiples of these, I would do like all of my green tops first. I just keep moving my paper out of the way. As long as you put it back in the exact same place, you'll be able to line them all back up. Okay, there we go. And, oh, let's get that corner a little better. I think we need a little more ink in that corner. Let's see, can I do it without the Post-it note? Let's see. Now I'm nervous. I've got a little bit up there. Let's get it up. Okay. What is wrong with my stamp? All right, we're going to go with it. There we go. I don't know what happened with my stamp there. Maybe I was inking the wrong side. I think I was inking the wrong side. Oh, brother. It's always backwards. You got to think backwards. Oh, well. All right. Make sure that's dry. And we'll bring in our last paper. Set that down on that adhesive. There we go. And this one we have Mango Melody on the top and Melon Mambo on the bottom. So let me get my Mango Melody Post-it note. Set that down. Find my Mango Melody ink pad. We'll ink that up. Okay, remove the Post-it note. The most important step in this process. Perfect. Okay, let's get that Post-it note out of the way. Now we need the Mango Melody Post-it note, and I'm going to clean my stamp, clean that crown off. Okay, and we're going to cover that with the Melon Mambo. And then we'll ink that up. Melon Mambo. My Melon Mambo pad needs to be re-inked, so I just have to give it a little bit of extra love on that one. And ta-da! Perfect. Isn't that fun? So we have multicolored pineapples ready to go. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to move my inky Post-its out of the way before those get something put in them. All right, let's close all our ink pads too. All right, we have one more thing to stamp. Oh, my goodness. My Mango pad is a new pad, so it's a little bit stiffer. All right. One more thing to stamp, and that is our little greeting here, and then the greeting on the inside as well. So I have a scrap piece of white here that we're going to stamp our greeting, and that's going to be in Coastal Cabana. So we're going to end up trimming this out, so I'm just going to try to stamp it close to the bottom. And again, this is from that Inspired Thoughts stamp set, which I have no idea where it is. That's so weird. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, guys. And then on the inside, we are going to stamp our inside greeting. So I'm going to bring in my white piece again. It says, "You make a difference every day." So just try to get that in the middle-ish. Perfect. All right, that is all of our stamping. And now we just have to assemble, and assembling is the easy part. I'm going to grab out my little mini trimmer. We're going to trim up our greeting. I'm going to trim it real close to the words. You can do this on our paper trimmer as well. And just trim. Did I trim close to the edge? I did. On this side too. All right. We have all of our pieces. I have a Coastal Cabana card base. This is 8.5 this way, 5.5 this way, scored at 4 1/4. And we are ready to assemble. So we've already done all the hard part. All right, let's assemble this piece. This goes on the front of our card. Use my Stampin' Seal for this. This just goes right on the front. This is gorgeous too. You could really just add like a greeting to this piece. This would be gorgeous. All right, this goes on the inside of our card. So let's get that in there. Always stamp before you adhere the inside piece, because if you mess up, you can always turn it over. Nobody would ever know. Perfect, so right on the inside. All right, now our pineapples will get popped up on dimensionals, of course. Put this over here. I'm gonna flip all these over. I'm gonna put dimensionals on the back of them. So a couple on each one. And there's not gonna be a lot of room left and right. They are pretty tight on this card. You can see they fit pretty snugly on the card. So I'm actually going to start with the left and right pineapple. I think that's the middle one. I'm going to start with the right one, and we're not going to push it down all the way. I'm just going to kind of position where I want it. Just kind of make sure that it's kind of even top and bottom. And then I'm going to go to the other side and make sure that it's even top and bottom and has about the same distance from each of the ends here. And then before I press everything down, I'm going to set my middle one on the inside, make sure everything is spaced somewhat evenly, and then when we're all happy, just give everything a good press. Okay, really cute. All right, we have our greeting that we've trimmed out here, and I think I'm going to stick that over here just to cover up that spot that didn't stamp completely. So we're going to mix this one up just a little bit. I'll do this one a little differently. A little bit of liquid adhesive. You could also use a glue dot. I'm going to actually span this one across both of these, just like that. Perfect. All right, I'm going to grab my glue dots. I've already pre-tied a bow. Where is it? Already pre-tied a bow. This is from the Simply Elegant trim. The package, you get gold and silver. And I use silver, so I'm going to grab a glue dot for that. Just kind of fold it behind that knot. And this one we're going to put on this side this time, because we put our greeting over here. So we're going to put our bow on the opposite side. All right, now final finishing touch. We have our Rhinestone Waves. These will be available again on Tuesday. Where's my take a pic tool? Oh my goodness. Everything is lost. All right, now these have so many different colors. You get like Night and Navy, Pacific Point, Balmy Blue, Pool Party, Granny Apple Green, and then Coastal Cabana. So there are so many different beautiful shades of blue and green in here. So I'm just going to add a few of these. These are probably some of my favorite rhinestones ever. I'm so sad that these will not carry over. I'll be stocking up on these for sure in March though, when we can buy a bunch of them. All right, that completes the card. Isn't it cute? You'll have to let me know, do you prefer bow on the right or bow on the left? I think it's super cute either way. I think it's so fun. And then on the inside, of course, we have a really fun greeting. This will make anybody's day to receive this. All right, guys, so that is it for today. Remember, if you need to shop, use this host code. This host code is only good through Monday night. Tuesday morning, there will be a brand new host code for March. If you have not purchased your celebration items, you only have until tomorrow to do that. Tomorrow is the last day of celebration. And I will be back on Wednesday in my business page for another Facebook Live. But tomorrow on my blog, I do have a bonus video going up with the Gumball Greetings bundle. So make sure to check my blog tomorrow morning. As for Sunday Facebook Lives in this group, I'm going to take a couple weeks off and I'll be back kind of mid-March with a brand new series. All right, guys, so have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I hope it's less busy than mine. And I hope to see you guys on Wednesday in my business page. And until then, have a great day. Bye.